Hello there, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to another indie visual novel. And well, actually not so long ago we played Who is Mike, and this game is from the same studio, Fervent studio, Cupid. And basically I tried to not read much about it, but I will tell you who are we going to be in this. Basically, what we control is Rosa's memory, and Rosa's memory of her mother. And I'm guessing Rosa is the main character in some way. So hopefully with that memory of her mother, we can get some interesting stuff in from this game. Okay, let's start. I love you. Okay, thank you. I love you, Thank you. I love you. Thank you again. There's no need to explain, it's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything else in the world. He hates you, doesn't he? The whole lot of them despise you, don't they? Huh? Chasing you into the forest and gouging a hole into your leg. What? All because you smiled at their husbands. What? And you know what? That is wrong. You deserve it. That's what I said. Kind of, you freak. You disgusting, horrible, filthy little girl. Didn't I tell you to stay away from them? You never listen. Serves you right for being the little slut you are. Wow. Okay, didn't expect such words here. But you don't have to worry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. Okay, my goodness, child, whatever has happened to you? Ouch. A girl was slumped in the doorway, soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head up on hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. She hobbled forwards, her bloody leg giving way. Automatically, the priest rushed forward to steady her. Years of spiritual training had prepared him for the most unexpected guests to his church. He sprang into action. He ushered her to a pew, brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic, and began to bandage the wound on her leg. Yet throughout all this, he found that he couldn't take his eyes off her. What? He would be gazing at the roll of bandages in his hand, deciding how to tie them. Why do I not like where this is going? And then, out of nowhere, he would be staring into her eyes. Even with all the mud and grime smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. Don't. How old was she? 20? 18? 16? It doesn't matter, don't try anything stupid. Her face was so young. The priest had long since aged past his desire for the opposite sex, but somehow something about her enraptured him. What? When he realized his own thoughts, he quickly stirred his mind towards other matters. My child, what happened to you? She seemed to take all the time in the world before responding. He looked at me. Looked? He looked at me and he touched me. And then he started to kiss me. At first the priest didn't understand. Then he realized with a jolt of anger what she meant. It was happening more and more often nowadays. The young men of France these days were spirited, uncontrollable ruffians. A lady walking home by herself one night would be prey to a few number of them. I have a feeling it won't be easy to get through this story. It might be heartbreaking. Last. One of the 7 deadly sins, the one that the priest personally despised the most. Furrowing his brow in sorrow, the priest laid a hand on her thick. You are safe now, child. God's house is a sanctuary for the faithful. I don't think he'll protect me. He looked at her in confusion. You see, Father, I have sinned again. Huh? Right there, among the pews, before the altar of God, she bowed her head. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him or to someone else? Her hair hid her face and her eyes, and the priest could make neither head nor tail of her. He suddenly realized that his hand was still on her cheek, and he hurriedly drew it away. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest got up. Don't fret, child. You are not to blame. I will contact the local constable, but in the meantime, you are free to make yourself at home here. I will fetch you a hot drink. He patted her hand and left to go to the back room. She remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. And that's where we appear? No. Now that it was the dead of night, the clouds covered the sky. Barely a silver of moonlight filtered through the stained glass. The girl sat alone in a ring of darkness. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes, mother. But he's so very kind. Haven't you learned your lesson yet? I fear. One. Haven't you learned your lesson yet? I don't know what that mother said. Probably something like, kill him, or maybe run away. Oh my god, haven't you learned your lesson, idiot? No, that's not what I would tell. I would tell, I fear for your safety. Child, follow mother's words and leave. Okay, you saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even men of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it is cold outside, mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? Oh. Okay. One more time. Oh man. Alright. No. Well, that priest is kind of, maybe he's kind, but first he, well, wanted to do something stupid and something that a man shouldn't do, but, and also that hand, you know, he kept it a bit too long, so let's say no to that. I hope it's a good choice. You have to, you leave now, and that is final. I will not hear another argument. I'm sorry. Please don't be angry, mother. I understand I shall leave at once. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. This is all your fault. Okay, that's just stupid. You can't say something like that. My poor child. My stupid little girl. Oh my goodness. That's not what I meant. Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? I'm sorry, Mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. No, it isn't. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right. After all, she was always right. Really? Everything was her fault. I didn't say that! Her fists shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. Mother, give me strength. There is something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an ornately decorated cross. It was as white as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was razor sharp. She left the pew, knelt briefly, and then walked over to the altar. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this? The girl's arm trembled over so slightly. What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross. Oh, my darling daughter. Mother is proud of you. Slowly she brought the sharp end close to her face. Don't. So close that it hovered just above her left eye. And then she... What? Okay, I'm almost 12 minutes in the game. And did I already fail? Or no? I don't get it. Okay, a scruffy young girl in tattered clothes peeked through the open gates of Chateau du Sumail. An afternoon goutte was being held in gardens. People from high-class estates strolled around the manicured gardens while chatting loudly with one another. There were beautiful ladies clad in silk and velvet, their necks adorned with pearls and jewels. A variety of foods was displayed on the tables. The girl stared at the food. She hadn't eaten properly for the past few days. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god, oh my god, I was safe before every choice. I learned on my mistakes, I need to do this. Are you hungry, child? We must not linger. Are you hungry, child? My dear? Yes, mother. Rose girl, okay, don't you worry. Mother will provide. Huh? You do not need those high-class foods anyway. They will upset your stomach. Now, we've stayed long enough. Let us leave. Surely we can look around for a bit. It's still a little early. There was something else that called to her, other than the party itself. She walked to and fro from the gate, speaking at the crowd, despite the urgings of her mother to leave. Just a tiny glance would be enough. The girl smiled at the thought of him. The owner of the chateau, the Marquis de Gaulle. The girl was drawn to him. He wasn't the same as other people. He seemed different, somehow. He was kind to her and would always hand her food when she delivered flowers. Her heart felt at ease with him. He is the same as everyone. I do not care for him. Oh man, I feel like those answers are quite similar. Okay, is it... didn't I read the description where... because... you know, that mother of her is kind of a bitch. I do not care for him. He's the same as everyone? Greedy. Insatiable. Maybe not for you, but for something else. But he is a kind man, mother. Don't let his kindness fool you. Sweetest tongue hides sharpest tooth, child. Cupid. She bit her lip. Why do you even bother with him? He makes me feel that there are still good people in the world, Mother. There are no more good people in the world, child. It is hard to say. Oh my goodness. Of course there are good people in the world. Come on. What is wrong with that woman? Well, with that conscience, maybe. It is hard to say. Boom. It is hard to say. Of course, dear. We do not know the real intentions people have. One can hope that real charity exists. But even good people will always put their needs first. Even your precious Marquise. Don't you think I'm a good person, Mother? Don't you think I'm a good person? Of course I do! You are special. Haven't I raised you as such? I have tried my best, my dearest. Yes, Mother, you keep me right. I love you. The girl stared at her shoes and looked around for a bit, hoping for just a glance before she left. And there he was. There was no harm in looking, she reasoned. She would never enter the Marquis's wards. Let her heart be filled with hope. He turned his eyes in her direction. Did he smile at her? The girl's heart stopped. Did he recognize her? She beamed. My, is this creature deaf as well as dumb? It might be, poor thing. Mademoiselle? A voice called to the rose girl. She gasped. It seemed that somebody else had noticed her presence. She turned to leave. No, 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 my dear, poor little creature, don't run away. Charlotte, she stinks, don't touch her. Okay, I don't like court ladies. Time to crash the party, little urchin, you hungry? Her stomach gave a low grumble. She was always hungry, it seemed, no matter how much or how little she ate. Encouraged by the kindness the Marquise had shown her, the girl approached the woman. She tittered towards their table. What are you selling? Look at this poor creature. Is she selling roses? These are all ugly ones. Oh, bitch! But not as appalling as the rags she's covering herself in. Are you trying your best to be this repulsive? Now, don't be mean, Antoinette. Perhaps it's the common fashion nowadays. They laughed while gawking at her and her wares. My God, I hate people like this. Oh my, she only has one eye. So ghastly, but I can't look away. The other lady nodded her head. Like a sideshow attraction, you mean? The freaks at the carnivals. She's darling in her own dirty, monstrous way. Maybe you can keep it. Hello, do you want some bread, urchin? Well, speak up. Maybe her tongue is short. And that to the least of her sterling qualities. Quiet, Antoinette. Come on, don't be shy. Do you want some food? Let us hear you speak. Yes, madame. What? Yes, madame, I would be grateful. One of the ladies clapped in mockery at her reply. Ah, she talks. The ladies handed her the bread, but it was snatched away just before her fingers grazed it. Not before you dance for us first. Oh my goodness. Why can't we leave the conscience of that mother? And as we are mother, so basically in game we are woman. So basically there we can kick some ass. That's what I would do. But well, we are kind of running with the time. Well, kinda crossing the borders, I could say. So I will end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed it. And let's see what will happen with the story in the next one. Bye.